And we are here. Hello, hello. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh man, has it been a thing getting to this point. Oh man. It's been wild getting to this very moment. Hello, everyone. Yes, I'm still teasing just a little bit. Just a little bit. I hope that you guys are all doing all right. I hope that the audio balance is okay. I hope the mic quality is okay. I did check everything, but I'm a little bit nervous. A little bit nervous. Zany, hello, hello, welcome in. And to everyone else who's here, also, biggest of thank yous for joining me for this momentous occasion. It goes greatly appreciated that you would join me for my Live2D debut. Oh man, this is so exciting. I have been looking forward to this day since March. I've been looking forward to this day since March, and that I could only really start the process as late as September was just insane. Jiza, hello, long time no see. Yes, Jiza, it's been a long while. Great to have you here. As always, absolutely fantastic to see you around. I hope that you've been doing well. So I am just very grateful to be in the position where we can finally do the thing. Show off the stuff that I've been working on. And get a bunch of the technical madness that has been plaguing me for the last month behind us at last. I see you sporting the ponytail. I am. I have got the ponytail going. But with that said, I think it's time that I get rid of the silhouette for you guys. What do you say? Do you guys want to see me without the silhouette? I think it's around about time to be gone with it. What do you think? Shall I get rid of the silhouette? Hehehe. I think it's time. I think it's time. Let's not keep you waiting for too long, shall we? And... hello! Hello! We are here! Woo! Greetings, everyone. My name is Harrier Citadel, avian alien sentinel VTuber, perpetrator of creative chaos and general maker of things. And as a general maker of things, this is me made by me. Oh man, it is so good to finally be able to have a face that moves with me. I have been so looking forward to this for so long, and I am so grateful that you guys are here to share the occasion with me. Like, I'm just a little blown away out of my socks. Oh man. So it's just been such a long road to get to this point, but I think it was so worth it in the end. Between the technical difficulties and the going through a couple of iterations on the design a little bit to get things refined to the point where we are now, I'm really happy with how everything has come together in the end. And I'm actually happy to actually finally have a face that feels like me. I have a face that feels like me and I'm happy now. So, all is well, all is well. So, I suppose you guys want to see the fruits of everything that I've been working on. So, firstly and foremostly, I have got a little bit of physics going on. Let me just actually see if I can zoom in just a little bit more. Let me see if I can zoom in just a little bit more so that you guys can see. Just a little bit more of that physics. There we go. So, we've got some nice bounces going on. And I actually do have a V-bridger mouth on this rig. I've got a V-bridger mouth on this rig. I am still struggling with getting my settings 100%. I am using the Meowface interface because I'm on Android. And I do not know if it is 100% reading me off of the phone quite properly. If my phone is maybe a little bit too far away from me still because of where my tripod is or whatever, or if it's actually just my vBridger settings, or if it's my Meowface settings, I don't know. So there are some things that I'm still figuring out with my personal tracking, but I'm very, very happy with how all of the mouth forms have come together in the end. Pardon me. And yeah, I'm really, really happy. This is actually my first vBridger mouth. This is not my first model by long and a ways, but this is my first vBridger mouth, and I'm really, really happy with how it's come together so far, actually. So, I've got normal movement. I'm actually pretty happy with how the pouts have come out. So, things are working there. I did not bother rigging a tongue, so no, you're not going to get me licking anything. I didn't bother rigging a tongue. Largely because it's not kind of my... not my vibe. I don't randomly lick stuff. Miss those rigging days, for sure. Yeah, the rigs. I'm planning on doing a bunch more rigs in the near future as well. So we'll talk about that in a little bit, but let's go through a couple of the stuff that's going on in here at the moment. So... I have at my ponytail, you'll see I've got this nice little clasp, and it's all shiny. All the shiny is on the top of my hair tie, and its clasp. I don't know if you can 100% see it here. Ooh. Tio! Hello! Welcome in! Great to have you here. Hello, Tio! Hello! Yes. We're doing the thing! We're live and we're working and we actually got a fat mouth that moves. Speaking of the mouth that moves, one thing that I wanted to make sure of when I did this rig was that I did not want a mouth that was too small. I really did not want a mouth that was too small so that you couldn't see anything that was actually happening. When I showed my quality assurance department, they initially asked me, Harrier, isn't the mouth too small still? And it's like, I assure you, this is one of the larger mouths. This is one of the larger non-creepy mouths that I have seen on a Live2D model. So I'm actually pretty happy with how that one came out, that you can actually perceive when I am speaking. And I'm really, really happy with that, actually. So all is well on that front. I actually want to just go in really, really tight so that you can also see a couple of the shinies that I've got going on. So there on the earring, I've got a couple of shinies, which I'm really happy with. Eye detail. You can see you've got a little bit of that parallax thing happening in the irises, which I'm really, really happy with. I have my brows set to follow the inputs straight from the phone, so it's not any sort of toggles or anything. Everything that I'm doing on my expressions is entirely with my face. I've got no weird stuff happening in that. But while I am close to you guys like this, I do just want to show off that I do have some tiny little toggles, which I'm really, really happy with. Because, come on, this is a total starry-eyed moment. This is a total starry-eyed moment. And, of course, for you guys especially, I appreciate you. And I think that I want to show that off to you as well, because this one is just for you. This is just for you, chat. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you to the ends of this earth and back. So, yes, lots going on in here. And then, if I come down a bit, so that I can show off my hair tie a little bit, we can see the shinies up there as well. Very, very happy with how that came out. And let me just bring this over there. Miri, hello, welcome in. Good to see you, Miri. Okay, I'm not going to do that. Wait. I did the dumb. There we go. Okay, so let me just go back to that view for a second. So that I can see what's happening. And move that over here, and move that over here so that I can see. Yay! And I've got everything that I need visible on the right places. Then let's do a little bit of a model tour, shall we? So we've got this lovely little jacket thing going on. It works mostly. See a tiny error that I did not notice yesterday. Oh dear, I'll fix that. I'll fix that. But we've got this lovely little cape thing going on that moves with us, and we've got a whole bunch of body movement that's also functional, so really happy with that. Got a nice shiny corset. Look at that. A little bit of physics on the skirt as well. The shiny parts look so cool. I am so glad, Miri. I am so glad you like the shinies. I'm also rather fond of the shinies. And then moving down as well, we have more shinies. We have more shinies. Just look at that. Armor! I love me armor. With a little bit of scuff around the knees. A little bit of scuff around the knees because sometimes the knees do take a little bit of a beating, so it makes sense for them to have a little bit of scuff on them. And finally, we have the tail feather boots on our coffin-toed wedges. Very shiny. I love my Sabatons. I am very much liking my Sabatons. And these come with a very special something, because you'll notice these little black and white stripy things on the back of my boots. Those are literal tail feathers. They're tail feathers for when I'm flying and I need to have a rudder that works. So I've got tail feathers. So I'm really happy with these. I mean, functional fashion at its peak. Functional fashion at its peak. I really love these. So the one thing that is not currently with me today is my wings, and that is because they got a little bit beaten up recently. So I'm currently still busy repairing those. I'm currently still busy repairing those, and they will be added. Hello, and thank you for the sub. Thank you so much for the sub. Lovely to have you here. Welcome in. Oh, yes. So we'll be adding those in the 1.1 update, which will be happening sometime within the next 3 months. So I've already got plans for the 1.1 update, which has going to include the wings and also a few other little things that I have yet to implement, but I'm looking forward to those significantly. But, all of that said, the tour is not yet over. The tour is not yet over because I also have these. I got glasses. I got glasses and they're nice and shiny. Just look at that. Nice and shiny. Very shiny. And they've got a bonus because they also turn into shades. Don't you just love adaptive glasses? Adaptive eyewear for the win. Adaptive eyewear for the win. I'm really happy with how these came out. I love the shinies. It's a little bit tricky to see, but the frames are also shiny as well. And I think that adds to the entire feel of them being here and on and operational, which is really cool. And then if I take those away, We also have, all the way over here, I can also take off the jacket. So you guys have seen me in the jacketless mode a few times in the reference sheet and so on. But this is probably going to be my most frequent appearance, with the jacket, without the jacket. This is going to be my vibe. I am not one for sleeves. I really am not liking sleeves. I recently discovered this, and I find that I wanted to make sure that I do not feel uncomfortable while I'm streaming. So I decided, you know what, let's just go sleeveless. Let's go sleeveless and make everything work that way. So I'm really, really happy with how the model came out in the end. But you'll also notice, for those of you who have been around for a while, that the model is not the only new thing that has happened around here. The model is not the only new thing that has happened, and I need to say a really, really big thank you to Tio, Heyo Tio, in the stream for a very, very big present that was provided to me in the form of the chat box and the animation that played in the starting soon screen. There was a little bit of an animation overlaying the over that, and that was a gift from Tio, so thank you so much for that, Tio. It is a really, really, really big thing. I've been looking for assets like this for such a long time, and I sincerely, sincerely appreciate it. And the room behind me, I also made. But to go back to the present from Tio, that was made by FLSV Graphics, and I will be putting the link to that person's profile in the video description as soon as I go offline. I'll be putting that in the description then. So those little question marks that you'll see if you scroll down, you will now see I will add the credit in there accordingly, and that credit will be implemented across all streams going forward whenever it is applicable. So once again, really, really, really big thank you to that, for that, Tio. I really appreciate it. The bed and the room behind me I built. So this was in Blender, and it is part of an ongoing project that I'm putting together. I'm putting something else together, and this is part one of it. So I will give you a proper tour of the room in my voice pack. At the moment, it's a little bit bare bones. It's as assigned to me by the Mist God. So I have yet to add my decorations and such. We'll throw in little pieces of memorabilia over time as we collect it. So we're looking forward to that. We're looking forward to that. But at least I got to pick a room which was fitted in my colors. So I'm really, really happy with that. So that is where things have been going. There is so much yet to share with you guys, and I can't do it all in one go. What I can say is that I have really big plans for where I'm going to be going with this character, this world build, all of that stuff. I've now hopefully gotten the worst of the technical difficulties that have been bugging me for the last month out of the way. So from next week, I should be able to go on a committable stream schedule again. And I'm really, really looking forward to it. So I've got a bunch of projects that I'm planning on working on. I have a few commissions that I'm still negotiating in the pipeline. So I think I've got one or two in there that I'm really, really grateful for. But I'm also trying to market for a couple more because, once again, for those of you who know, this is going to be sounding like a broken record, but for those of you who are new, I draw for a living. I make stuff for a living, and I need to get people to pay me to actually do it. So if you like what you see, if you like what I do, please consider going to the big link that you see at the top left of your screen. And if you can pitch something in, it goes greatly appreciated, because that keeps the lights on, food on the table, and electricity pumping for me to be able to keep on making cool stuff for you guys to enjoy. All that said, I am planning on doing a lot more VTuber models. I'm specifically planning on working on male models. They are the target that I would like to work with more than the female market. I think there are a lot of people who do female models and do it really, really, really well. I am currently going to be, over the next few months, focusing on the male model market. I think that is where I want to work on. That's where I want to improve. That's where I want to... I'm just going to say it. I want to be someone's model mama. Okay? I'm not going to beat around the bush on that. I really, really want to be someone's model mama. And have a whole bunch of little sons following me around like ducklings. So we'll see how things pan out, but that's where I'm going to be working towards. And I am planning on, in this week coming, to work on one of the example models that I'm going to be putting in my portfolio for these, for the gents that I hopefully am going to bring on board. So one thing that you guys may have noticed is that Harrier is not the only model that I've been building. I've not only been building me. I have also been rigging a model that I've been referring to as Claret, and she was drawn by No You, and I am not as far with rigging the Claret model as I thought I was, because then technical difficulties hit, but Claret is also part of the world in which I reside. And I am looking forward to using the example models that I'm going to be building over the next couple of weeks to introduce you to some of the other characters that reside in this world. And hopefully, who knows, maybe something interesting will happen later down the line with everyone that is involved. We'll see how things pan out. And yes, I'm very, very, very excited. But all of that said, we are not yet done showing off the cool new stuff that I've got going on. And for that, I'm just going to move all of this back onto this screen, because I have all of the windows and not enough screen space for it. I've got all of the windows open. And we are then going to go to our main drawing screen, because I've also gotten hold of new stuff that functionally works. So now you can see me draw with a hand, and I'm really, really excited to be able to do this with you guys, because all of a sudden we're going to have much, much more flexibility in terms of seeing, okay, how things working. And I think it's going to be a whole lot more immersive. I'm really looking forward to being able to draw with you guys in this way. And I'm really, really excited and happy to be able to share everything with you that we have worked on. Hee. First time being able to attend an indie VTuber debut. Oh my word! Decade Peace. Thank you so much for joining me for your very first indie VTuber debut. To observe, that is a big special thing. Thank you so much for joining me on the occasion. It goes greatly, greatly appreciated. So, yes, we're going to be doing a bunch of cool stuff in the near future, and I cannot wait to share it with you all and keep going, keep growing, keep fighting on. It's going to be a lot of fun, and personally, I am more excited than what I can probably articulate easily. She can definitely draw fast. A little bit. I can draw a little bit fast. I can either draw fast or I can draw well. But getting the basic idea down quickly is part of the charms of things. Oh, it's part of the charm. We work on things. I had roughly planned on doing a little bit of work in this stream for a Kiriban and a raffle that I ran on Blue Sky fairly recently. I am not 100% sure if that is the right thing for this very stream, or if I'm going to jump into a Twitch stream where I can do that in a little bit so that we can debut on Twitch as well. What's your nationality, if you don't mind us asking? You know what? The people who know. The people who don't know, you you can guesstimate. You can guess. I will not be reiterating that in a hurry. If you figure it out eventually, I won't deny it, but until then, you can guess. Regulars, no spoilers. There'll be no hints. Thank you. Greatly appreciated. It's not the greatest kept secret in the world. But one thing I will say is that my accent is not reliable. It changes all of the time, depending on my mood, depending on how I'm concentrating on being articulate, depending on if there is a very specific way in which something needs to be said in order for it to have the best impact, I will use an appropriate accent. So I sometimes go into a pseudo-Irish accent, I sometimes mess up Holly, I sometimes do something slightly Cockney, and that also goes awfully bad. But yeah, I try to mess with accents a little bit. For everyone who thinks that I'm butchering your accent, I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. But at the same time, I'm not going to get better at doing accents if I do not actually practice doing accents. So, yeah. One does what must. One does what one must in order to improve. That is the way. So, yes. Fun times. But Bread, thank you so much for the congrats. It is greatly appreciated. Awesome to have you here as well. Absolutely huge privilege to have everyone on board. Like, I'm just a little bit shocked to see everyone here, and I'm really grateful to every single one of you who showed up. It's a really big deal, considering that this was the shortest notice debut I have ever seen. Like, I finished the model last week Sunday, and then I decided, okay, when is the first opportunity that I'm going to have to actually debut this thing? And it was today. That was it. As I could not delay any more than that, and it's like, okay, now it's just speed running, getting everything else in place. I'll be the annoying one here. No! Since it's a debut, I want to ask many questions. Asking questions is fine. Whether you're going to get answers for all of those questions is a whole nother kettle of fish, but I will accept questions. I will accept questions. Citrina, thank you so much for joining us. It's so pretty. I'm so glad you like it. Yay! I'm so happy. I'm so happy. Ah. Oh man, I'm so glad. I'm so glad if you guys like it. I am looking forward to being able to share some of the other characters in Fort Misthaven with you guys as well. Oh, there is a lot going on. I do have lore. I have, in my first stream, given a couple of snippets of the lore. In my very first YouTube stream, I gave some snippets of the lore. But I will not be doing a lore video type drop for a while yet. I want to do a little bit more writing on that and incorporate a couple of people and get some other assets in place before I start doing that. In the meantime, I am also still working on my first voice pack, which is going to be a little bit of a lore drop as well. And it is currently in the editing phase. I just need to do a little bit of ambient sound work on that before it is good to go. Oh man, where can we submit fan arts? You can submit fan arts on Twitter and on Blue Sky, on X and Blue Sky. If you can use the hashtag, I will write it down for you. Hashtag Visilia. Did I spell that right? I do not trust myself to have spelled it right this very second, because my hands are shaking like a mad thing. Yes, I did spell it right. Okay. So that is the hashtag for any fan arts, which, by the way, goes sincerely appreciated. I save every single piece of fan art I get, and it lives in a folder where I keep it safe, and I might use it on schedule graphics and things. So if you guys want to do fan art, I adore it. Every single piece of fan art gets all of the love and appreciation, and I just take it out and stare at it a little bit. So if you guys want to draw something, I will not say no. I will not say no. You will find on my VGen page is a list of characters, and you will find my reference sheet and everything associated there. I believe also on that page you will find a fan work policy. So all of the boundaries are also available there. So if you check out my VGen page on the characters tab, you'll find everything you could possibly need. I want to make a fan art that'll live rent-free on that folder. You will make my day. You will totally make my day. I'm not gonna lie. But you guys have already made my day this day just by being here and being awesome and being amazing. So the appreciation is skyrocketing right now. Like, I'm grinning like a fool. I'm totally grinning like a fool. And just kind of losing my brain a little bit. It's exciting, it's exciting. I've got all of this cool stuff in the works. And it's like, I want to show it to you all immediately. And it's like, ah! But yeah, I've got a couple of projects that I'm working on outside of Project Misthaven as well. So I will be giving you guys updates on that in upcoming weeks. So yeah, there are a couple of interesting ones in the works, on the table. And I am really hoping that you guys will enjoy it and that you'll stick around for more creative chaos on its way. So, for those of you who are new and who have no idea what I generally do here, I make stuff. I do illustration. I do Live2D models, obviously. I made this myself. I do a little bit of 3D work. And I also do animations, comic art. I write. There's very little that I do not do. They're like, creative generalist is my vibe. So whenever you are here on stream, you can almost be 100% certain that we are going to be making something. Whether it will be art, whether it will be working on commissions, whether it's going to be working on models, either Live2D or 3D, we're going to be working on that. So it's usually going to be fairly long streams, usually between 2 and 7 hours. The longest stream this year has been 9. You made everything yourself? Yeah, just a little bit. You're really hardworking. Oh, thank you for that. Thank you. I do what I can. I do what I can. Asking for help is sometimes hard. Mostly because asking for help requires a budget, and my budget is 0. Anyway, moving along swiftly. So we do what we can, and I'm going to be making all of this stuff. And also thank you so much for the sub. I did not catch your name there, but I do notice you. I appreciate the sub. Thank you so much for joining us. In Fort Misthaven. Mwahaha. So, yes, we're going to be making all of the things and stuff. Some days I'm going to have a designated project that I'm going to be working on. Other days I'm going to leave it in a state of, how can we phrase this? Multiple projects, and we'll jump between them as my brain sees fit. I think there was a stream I put on one night, went to bed and put it back on the next morning. Oh yes, that would have been the 9-hour stream. That would have been the 9-hour stream. Or was it 9.5 hours? Was it the one where I was drawing Wilhelm van der Bos? Possibly. It was possibly the Wilhelm van der Bos stream. Yeah. That was a fun drawing. Alright, do we have names? Yes! You guys? My people, the lovely individuals in chat who dearly have come to support me. I am calling you mistlings. I'm calling you mistlings, and that I will explain with law-appropriate things in future. Do we have a mascot? Not yet. Not yet. The world build is one with a lot of flexibility in it, but it's also got a bunch of weird stuff going on. So there is a lot that I've still got to panel beat out. And on that list of things that needs to be panel beaten out is mascots. Mascots is definitely one of those things. So we will be, at some point in the future, doing a stream where we're actively looking at designing a mascot for chat. How that's going to turn out, we shall see when the time comes. Misslings? Like so. I will type it out. There you go. So the mist in that is a corruption of mist as in that spelling. And that is all world build related. So as I reveal things related to where I am, what I am, and how I've managed to get to where I am now, the community name will make a little bit more sense. It'll make a little bit more sense in due time. For now, all you need to know is that I am not a resident of the planet on which I presently reside. I am, in fact, an alien from someplace else. And I have exactly no idea where that is. I have no idea where that is. Because when I got here, my memory got wiped. My memory got wiped upon my arrival. So I do not know what I am. I don't know what species I am. I don't know what planet I'm from. I don't know exactly how I got here. I know that I was in an escape pod, but that's about where it ends. And I know that I cannot remember what my original name was. Harrier was an assigned name that I got here, and Citadel is an assigned name that I got here. So it's interesting. Will I ever remember what my previous name was and where I'm from? Who knows? I certainly don't. But one thing that I know for sure is that there's no real point in thinking about it too hard. Because, really? If I can't remember it, surely it can't have been that important, right? Right? It was totally important, wasn't it? Anyway, never mind. This is why thinking about things too hard is dangerous, because it is a way to spiral into a bunch of concerns about stuff that you can't really control. So, if you've got no way of finding something out, don't think about it too hard. You know? If it's something that is going to not impact the future, then sometimes you can just enjoy the moment. You know? But anyway, that got very philosophical very quickly. I'm not going to go there right now. I don't have the brain capacity for it. Anyway, okay. Mistlings always gives me the vibe of small, non-threatening things that show up to annoy Harrier while she's working. Oh, man. Oh, that actually sounds really adorable. That sounds really adorable. But no, I appreciate you guys being here. I appreciate you guys being here. But with that said, I think I am now going to... like tiny little Fae? Yeah. Well, maybe we should not say it just quite like that, because Claret is a Fae. And she's my boss. So let's not call Fae annoying. Let's not call Fae annoying. I'm really looking forward to what we'll look like. I'm also. Yeah, Claret is a fairy. Claret is a fairy. Pardon, I just need to cough. Ooh, okay. So, yeah. I will be introducing to everyone at the soonest possible opportunity. Things have been revealed and they are very interesting. Yes. And we haven't even gotten past the surface of it yet. Thinking of ways to rephrase that for minimum boss annoyments. Oh, yes. Fun times. Let's... Oh. I just had a thought. For those of you who have known me for a while, I occasionally have mentioned waving the motivational chaos pom-poms. Is it possible that you guys are the chaos pom-poms? Are you the chaos pom-poms? Are you? You're the chaos pom-poms. We shall see. Yes. I can now imagine that going very, very interestingly. Just taking mascots and waving them around like mad things. That'll be fun. I'm looking forward to that. We're definitely going to be designing the mistlings in the very, very near future. You said that and then lightning roared in my game. Oh, the cinematic timing of that. Oh my word, you can't pay for that. You can't script that. I have a bias for round things, but something like a Ghibli suit sprites, but made of mist. Like I'm seeing something between a Ghibli suit sprite, a quildren, and something. We'll figure it out. It would be nice if you can schedule your future streams. Yes. I do actually want to show you guys. Let me just scoot over just a little bit. There we go. What is the plan for the week ahead? We have a plan for the week ahead. So, I am not going to be streaming on Sundays. Sundays is a non-streaming day. However, we have got plans for Tuesday. We're going to be doing a multiple project thing because I do not know exactly what I'm going to be drawing on Tuesday, but we're going to be drawing a lot on Tuesday. And the same thing will be happening on Wednesday in the afternoon as well. You will see that all of the times on my schedule are listed in UTC, the Universal Time Constant. It is my favorite time zone to operate in because it is 0 time. If you know what time zone you are in, regardless of your daylight savings, the math is easy because it's literally 0 plus or minus whatever your time zone is, and then add it to the time that is on, or overlay that difference onto the time that is listed on the schedule. It makes the time zone math amazingly easy. So I am, for example, in the EU time slice, so it makes a lot of sense for me to use the UTC time. And for the rest of you, it is hopefully going to be easy time zone math. Hopefully. That said, you will notice that on Wednesday I am also going to have a Quell stream. So this has been a long time coming as well with the technical difficulties that I've been fighting with. I have not been able to do Quell for a month, and it's driving me insane. I want to punch things again! I want to punch things! Like, really, I really want to punch things. And that will be happening on Twitch. So I've decided that I am going to be doing my morning shard falls on Twitch, and that will be an easy way of handling that. So there's only one shardfall stream this week because I am hopelessly unfit and I need to do a lot more walking between now and then. So yes, I will be on the treadmill on Sunday most likely to be able to get my fitness levels up again. So yes, looking forward to it. I want to punch things. Trees and robots must be punched. Wahahaha. And Friday afternoon, there might be a short stream. I won't be able to confirm exactly how long it is because there is a community Christmas carols thing going on that I am involved with, and I need to be at rehearsals for that. So this week and the week thereafter, the weekends, I'm probably going to be doing caroling. Oh, it's mad. So fun times ahead. We will be continuing with schedules over December and into the new year as well, and I'm really looking forward to that. So you can also see all of my hashtags on the schedule graphics. I will be posting this as soon as I'm offline as well. So you will find this in my YouTube community tab, and also on my Blue Sky and on my X page, and also in the Discord server, which I don't know if the link is in the chat description right now. I don't know if the Discord link is in the chat description, but I do know that it is on my link tree, which is on all of my other socials. So if you guys want to join Fort Misthaven, then you can please feel free to join the Discord as well. We don't bite much. But yes, that is the plan. So, whoop, wrong one. So the other plan is that I'm going to quickly switch OBS or streaming softwares. Just make sure that my Streamlabs is 100% in the right orientation as well, and then do a second debut stream on Twitch as well. And that one I'm going to be a little bit less structured. And that one we're going to basically repeat everything that happened here just on Twitch for those folk, and then do random stuff. We're just going to do random stuff there for the remainder of the time that I have this evening. I don't know, that loaf over there has nibbled my arm a few times. Well, here, you do realize he is not the average loaf, right? Bread is not the average loaf. I don't have Twitch. There's no stress. I will be doing a transfer of the VOD from Twitch to YouTube, usually within a 24-hour cycle of having streamed on Twitch. So there is going to be a VOD available within a 24-hour cycle of every stream that happens there. So even if you can't make it live, the stuff there is going to be available. I am working on getting to Twitch affiliate at the moment, and that is a little bit of a interesting one at the moment. But anyway, is it not possible to stream on both platforms simultaneously? It is technically possible, but I find that keeping up with the two chats separately and the way that they operate as platforms, it's not easy. So if I try and do a multi-stream in that way, I'm going to be catering in terms of how I operate as a streamer for either the one platform or the other. And in terms of the cultures and how the chat behaviors work, the difference in terminology between a subscription and a follow and all of that madness, it's a very different behavioral style between the two platforms and the different sort of integrations. So here on YouTube, it's a very, very straightforward conversation. On Twitch, with redeems and so on, it is not quite so straightforward. And with that being the case, if one is not 100% there and actively in the Twitch headspace when you're streaming on that platform, then you are going to lose some engagement with the audience who are viewing from there. And I would like to make sure that what I do is appropriate for each platform. So when I have a Twitch stream, I will archive it here as well for the VOD squad, because you guys are also greatly appreciated. VOD squad, I will say this every single time. Thank you so much for being here. Even in retrospect, I appreciate you to the ends of this earth and back. The same with all of the lurkers. You guys are MVPs. I'm never going to ask you to say stuff if you do not want to talk, but your simply being here is worth everything, because I know that having time to spend on people is really, really hard. It is really difficult to be able to spend your time with other people, so I appreciate every single moment that you guys decide to spend with me. And I will do my best to make sure that you guys can enjoy the time that you decide to invest in me. And yeah. I'm choking up a little bit. I'm just really, really happy that you guys have all shown up and been so supportive and so excited on my behalf. Like, it's easy to be excited for yourself. To be excited for other people is not always as easy. And to see your guys being excited for me is like next level. I'm a little blown away, so I'm really, really happy. Especially considering that I'm just a little person. Like, I'm just a little person. What on earth did I do to deserve such nice support from everyone. I breaking a little bit. What type of content are you planning to launch? Mostly creative stuff. So I will be making all sorts of stuff. Illustrations, animations, Live2D models. I'm going to be building 3D models, both characters and environment stuff. I'm going to be building a couple of props. You know, I'm just a generalist. In between all of that, I am going to be punching things on Shardfall, which is a game for the Quell Impact system. And that is, I found out this morning, is getting patched to VR as well, not with the Impact system, but it is getting a VR version of the Shardfall game, so look out for that. That's going to be interesting for you guys who are on VR. And then with all of those things that I'm making as well, I'm also every now and again going to throw in the occasional hand cam stream. Every now and again, when I've got an opportunity to work with something a little bit more tactile. So keep your eyes peeled for that. I will be doing it every now and then as well. I've been excited for a while. You've been working hard on this for so long. I appreciate it. Hee. Being a nice person attracts nice people. Yes, it does. I'll stay subbed. Genuinely looking forward to what you'll become in the future. Thank you so much. Thank you. I sincerely hope that you will find this a relaxing place where you can zoom in and focus on what you're doing. I won't probably ever be the gaming gremlin who's going to be zipping around on an FPS game like a mad thing. That's probably never going to be me. You can write that on your calendars. 10 years from now, I'm going to be an FPS mad lad. But I sincerely hope that even with the creative madness that I'm going to be working with, that you guys will be able to find it a little entertaining, a little bit fun, maybe a little bit educational too. So we're going to be working on a whole bunch of stuff. Hee. It's very relaxing indeed. I am glad. That is the vibe we are aiming for. A low-key, relaxed chaos that is pedaling furiously with a serene surface. Making all of the things all of the time. So it's going to be fun. Oh, man. Yeah. Fun times. And with that, it has been an hour. It's insane. How did that hour go by so fast? Let me have a sip of my coffee that I have been neglecting because I've been yapping. Let's see. Yes. A hydrate emote is totally on the cards for Harrier version 1.1. Cold coffee? Yes. Sadly. A lot of the time, I hyper-focus and then I forget my coffee. And then it is room temperature by the time I recall that it exists, and that makes me sad. Time flies when you're panicking. That is so true. Time either flies when you're panicking, or it stands still because you're just watching the clock and the seconds drag by at a continental pace. It's very relaxing. Your accent makes it perfect for sure. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm glad. I'm really lucky that you're able to read and reply on my chats. Yeah, that's the fun thing when you are still small enough to not have the chat that goes by at 300 kilometers an hour, is that you can actually read most of what's going on. In the future, this might not be the case anymore. Yeah, it might not be, but that being said, when that happens, if that happens, that is... If that happens, I will be blown away for other reasons, but I'll still be able to pick up words here and there if it does get to the point where it zooms by at a gazillion miles an hour and see, at least more or less, what the vibes are. Otherwise, slow mode goes on. Otherwise, slow mode will go on because I want to read what you guys are saying. But being the kind of content that I'm generally going to be making, unless I'm doing like a Zatsu or something that is particularly quickly paced, the likelihood of chat going by at that ridiculous speed, even if there are like 50 of you guys here, it's not quite likely. The statistics, if I am guesstimating properly, is going to be out of maybe 100 viewers, you're still going to have only about 15 active chatters. So I would not worry about that at this point. As much as I would like to be able to get to the 500 subs that I need to be able to apply for monetization on this channel as soon as possible, I know that there are other things that need to take place first, and everything happens in its time. Still, we wish the best for you. Thank you very, very much. You could also just read the super chats if that's a thing in the future. Yeah. That once again, that'll only be a thing that happens once the channel eventually reaches monetization and status. So when we hopefully in 2025 reach 500 subs, then at that point I will be able to apply for monetization, and that will be a goal for 2025. That's going to be a goal for 2025, is to reach monetization, get this channel pumping. Speaking about monetization and getting things pumping in 2025, another thing that I'm going to be working on in December is preparing for the launch of the digital goods store on VGen that is happening in January. So in January, VGen is launching that, which means that I'll finally be able to use the platform where I sell my commissions to also sell digital goods, and I'm really, really looking forward to that. So things like sticker packs for your platforms like WhatsApp and so on, or digital wallpapers, my voice pack, later voice packs. All of those will be distributed via VGen, which is going to really, really help me make keeping my brain inside my head between my ears just that much simpler, because having all of the platforms on all of the places and trying to consolidate it all is a little bit insane. So yes, we are going to be working on some of those sorts of things over December as well. So that's going to be one of the projects that we're going to be working on, is preparation for that launch. So if there are specific sorts of things that you would like to see and have available for purchase as a digital item on VGen, then please let me know. You can put that in the comments of the video or in chat. I will be taking notes, and that is going to be something that we are going to work on, because I want to make sure that I'm not making stuff that nobody wants, you know? Mad. Nilon, hello. Your accent is so nice. Thank you so much. I am glad you enjoy it. It will shift around like the changing tides. It will shift around like the changing tides. It is mostly stable until it isn't. It's mostly stable until it isn't. Oh, sweet. I can get a voice pack for my phone to yell at me in your voice. Okay. I'm actually going to put that on VGen as a customizable thing. As a custom commission thing, because that is maybe not a bad idea. Accent is subject to change. Yes. Okay. But yeah, I can put that in. I can put that on my VGen now already. Actually. Custom safe for work voice note. written down, and I shall be doing so. Man, selling your art is quite hard. Yeah. Haven't really thought about it that much. Advertising yourself is hard. It is especially hard, and thank you guys so much for these subs. I greatly appreciate it. But yes, advertising is really hard, especially when you, like me, are an actual introvert who is very scared of overstepping boundaries in terms of sales, because firstly, you do not want to sell in the wrong places and get booted for being a bot. It's like, number one fear is like, okay, I've joined this person's Discord that I am going to be, that I want to be part of their community, and it's like, okay, now how do I behave in a way that is not going to get me booted? Don't sell anything. Army Productions, who new VTuber to add to the list? Who's this? Army, my name is Harrier Citadel, avian alien sentinel VTuber, perpetrator of creative chaos, and general maker of things. I am going to be streaming all sorts of creative affairs, including, but not limited to, illustration, animation, 3D modeling, Live2D work, and a little bit of hand cam stuff and punching things in between everything else. It is mad. It is mad. So, for everyone who is new and only coming in now, just for your information, I have made my model myself. And I will be doing another set of models over the course of the next couple of weeks, which are going to be other portfolio pieces and maybe feature VTubers, who knows, we shall see, as a part of my world build, and I'm going to be focusing on working on VTubers for male clientele. So I'm going to be trying to develop a small army of little VTuber sons that are going to follow me around like ducklings. But yes. It's hard to tell how much is too much. Yes, it is. And so sometimes one needs to find the balance of where to sell, when to sell, and knowing, for the love of all things that is good, do not go into someone's DMs and sell at them in their DMs, because that never goes well. Like, I've never done that to a person, and I don't ever want to have to. Like, unless someone specifically asks me to DM them, I am not going to open the conversation first. But yes, Citrina, to show you in the full version again, since you asked so nicely, I am going to go and show you again. We have the main body, which is all fairly as seen on the reference sheet. But what I am going to show you is that we've got lots of shinies. So we've got lots of shinies going on. We can also open up our tail feathers, which is really cool. So we've got our port and starboard lights on our tail feathers, because we are not foolish people who leave out port and starboard. They need to be there, because color coding is important to us. We've got a bit of physics on the skirt. We've got shinies on the corset, which is really cool. And we have also got, let me just zoom out just a smidge. I've also got this lovely cape jacket thing, which behaves itself mostly, I see, except for a tiny little glitch that I'm going to still need to fix. And it's also got this lovely shiny brooch. Brooch. One of those things that you see written all the time, but almost never hear pronounced aloud. And also with that, we have a bunch of physics. So hair moves and behaves itself all nice and bouncy-like. And if we go ultra close up, we can see shinies on the earring. You can see a little bit of parallax in the eye movement. All of the earrings on this side. All of the earrings. And we also have up here nice little shinies on our hair cuff as well. So, a lot going on in here. A lot going on in here. Doot. Let me get back up here so that I can see. Do you have any tips for selling yourself? Don't go into someone's DMs and try and sell your stuff there, because that is the #1 way you prove yourself to be a scammer. Never sell in DMs. That is it. That is #1. That is point blank. You do not go into someone's DMs to try and sell stuff at them. Only ever post on your own channels that you have control over. Share it until you want to weep. Beg people to share it. Also, only from your channels. Don't ever go into someone's comments and make stuff about you. And generally just hope that your people will like you enough to actually bother to help. Because unfortunately, no one can make it very, very far on their own. If people do not help spread the word, especially in the social media environments where the only way people get eyes on your stuff is if other people share it. If your people do not support you in your sharing of what you do, you're not going to go very far. So for everyone who has shared everything that I posted in the last couple of days leading up to this day, I appreciate you a lot. Because, goodness alone knows I'm a really bad marketer. I need someone who is good at marketing and is willing to get paid in doodles. I love it. I came out so well. Proud of you, bestie. Oh, thank you, Citri. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciated. I think that I've got a real bubble in my throat now. I've not spoken this much in a week. Gonna leave, see you all around. Lovely chat and really like the accent. Alright, David, thank you so much for dropping by. Hope to see you around again. But yes, with all of that said, I am going to pardon me, quickly switch softwares and jump over to Twitch to do the whole thing again over there. And then we will probably do some doodling and other such things on Twitch. So, thank you all once again so much for being here. I really appreciate you. I will continue to implement upgrades to the rig, to the environment, to my stream setups as I get the resources and opportunity to do so. So keep your eyes peeled, because things are going to be changing subtly over time. And I hope that you guys are going to enjoy seeing the channel develop and grow and mature in its due course. So once again, thank you. And I will see some of you maybe on Twitch fairly soon. Until then, never mind that. I forgot that I broke the screen. I forgot that I broke the screen. Lovely. Fit the screen. There we go. Doodling. I'll see you over there. Might be lurking though. We love our lurkers here. Thank you guys, and I shall see you soon. Until then, cheery bye.